I apologize for my appearance. I am cleaning up a little bit today before we all have our Easter dinner. Um, Today I came home. I forgot to contact our hotel to change our reservations and extend our night, our stay there at the hotel. And so I came home and tried to do that. I contacted the hotel, and good gosh, I tell you, the way that they handle things um, wasn't right. And I came outside and I told my husband everything that happened, and his first response was, Christine, maybe that is what you should be doing. You should be going to businesses and teaching them how to um, interact with their customers better. And I was like, well, it's not just I don't want to just deal with companies. I want to handle people on a different level throughout the entire world, and I'm not limiting myself to just businesses. And I know that eventually, one day, whether it's a business, a church, any other organization that just wants to better their lives will soon contact me about things, especially once my book is finished. But my old self, had I been my old self, I would have handled that situation in a very aggressive and hateful manner, because the way that society is today, we are so bent on being a victim of society or circumstances that we take things as an attack. We're playing the victim of every single thing. And of course, the proper way for that lady, which is what I did express to her, to have handled what she had done is, of course, everything, it should be to serve. And I was like, the greatest way that you could have handled this today was to first not cut me off, and two, that if you had responded with more uplifting words, that would have soothed my heart, or accommodated my needs to the best of your abilities. Like I wanted to, have an earlier check-in, but I was cut off by that request, which already I could have been angered by. And then my request was basically denied, because they no longer do that. And so I expressed how their service has gone down since they have changed their name from a no-name hotel to a very high-end hotel, raising their prices, and yet still having the same crappy room. I didn't use that word. And the service has gone even further down than when it was that small no-name hotel. Yet here my husband and I continuously come back because we have captured a special bond, special moments of a time when, all we wanted was to capture was love. And that's what we always try to capture when we go back there, regardless of how they treat us or what kind of service we get. And I expressed that to you. You could have changed the outcome of this, or my stay, of all your customers' stays, all by how you responded, and how you treat people. Just like in everyday life, you get treated the way that you treat people. And if you treat people with love, regardless of what you are going through throughout your day, you are going to receive more in return. But again, if I weren't my old self before, I would have told her off, and would have ruined her day, would have ruined my day further. I would have come out here and I would have expressed all of my frustration and anger towards what happened, and I would have told it to my husband, and he would have been upset, and he would have carried that around. And that is what I try to express about what not just cause and effects are, what reaping and sowing is, what like attraction attracts the same energy that you give off. It's never a never-ending cycle of either love or hate. And we have a choice in life. Do we want to be a success? Do we want to be a victim? Do we want to spread love, or do we want to spread hate? And that is your choice. And depending upon what you choose is the way that your life will always be. And you're always going to question, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? It's because of what you radiate. It's because of what you focus on. Because of what's in your heart. And I see so many negative posts sometimes on Facebook or on social media. I don't see it as often as I used to before because things are shifting everywhere in my life. But there's still some who are lingering, who all they want to do is focus on all of the bad things that are happening in this world and then wonder, why do I have bad things in my life? Because where your focus is, what you give attention to, you attract more of. And you become that same thing that you are trying to avoid. I don't know. I love who I am today. I love what I represent today. And I am so thankful. It's a beautiful day. Oh, and by the way, I always try to come outside every day, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes. And now that it's summertime, I'll be taking my shoes off and walking around in the grass, which is something I never cared to do since I was a little girl. Bugs, being afraid of bugs or being bitten, whatever, all kinds of silly things. But it's important to get outside. This is where, God is everywhere, of course, but when I used to hide myself in the room, because of my pain and my fear of and anxiety of just being out of my comfort zone, my depression grew. The darkness. I used to close the doors, lock the doors, especially when no one's home, shut all the blinds and turn off all the lights, pretend I wasn't at home. I didn't want to be noticed within my home or even in this world, and all of that, the negativity that goes in your that's in your mind and in your heart, it just grows through that darkness. You're creating more darkness. And there's just a beauty about being outdoors and really absorbing it. The energy is so vibrant and so strong. Don't just absorb it for that moment that you're out there, but take it with you wherever you go. It's a lasting love. It's a lasting power that can be carried throughout your life. And I am truly blessed, truly thankful, truly grateful for everything that I have, for my entire existence, and to bring purpose to not just my life, but to the lives of other people. I will be celebrating my 44th birthday this week, and life is just beginning for me. Last year and this year are going to be the greatest years, have been the greatest years of my life, but my life is just going to get better because I choose for it to get better. I know it's going to get better because of what's in my heart today. And that's how you know how your life is. If you are struggling right now and you can't feel it getting better, it will not be better than what it is until you can notice and feel the greater things in your life right now. Find out what you are so grateful for and always hold that within your heart. Don't focus on the little petty things like, if someone shows up late to pick you up, if someone doesn't call you, if someone said something bad to you one day, it's not about all of those petty things. Things that happen like that outside of you, it's not about you. It's about them people who haven't figured things out. But when you pay attention to it, you absorb that and you become it. And that's how I used to be. You know, if my husband came home late for supper one night, working, whether he was working or at an event, doing something, having fun, I took it personally as him not trying to come home and be with me and eat my food. It's not about that. It's about what he is doing, and that's him. That's about him. Or if someone is having a bad day, you know, if he was having a bad day and came home and took it out on me, it's not about me. It's about what's happening to him. And these are just examples that I'm throwing out there because I, you know, use my life as an example. Nothing specific right now, but it's all things that I used to do. Is I absorbed everything because I felt like a victim. Excuse me. And when you feel like a victim, you are a victim, and you act like it. You're on the defense all the time, and there's no love. Alright guys, I'm just going to sit here a few more moments before I get in and finish doing some laundry, finish our supper for today, and start packing for my trip. I will be limiting, I guess I will, I don't know. So my posting while I'm away. It is my time to create a memory, an imprint of love within my heart and my life with my husband. So I will limit that time and create a memory for myself and him to share. But I will always be thinking of you guys no matter what I do. And I will always sending you love, light, healing, and health your way. This is Christy, bringing purpose to your life. Take care. Bye-bye.